Hi, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our 25th day of morning meditations. Wow, we have 5 days left. It goes by so fast. A month goes by so fast. It's crazy. So today I wanted to share an experience and a reminder of a lesson that I had this past week, which was really powerful for me. And yeah, I just wanted to share about it and maybe it resonates with some of you too. So I wanted to talk about trust. And my lesson this week was about, I'm sorry, I have stuff on my face. So my lesson this week was about trusting, and even though, so let me go back so you guys get some context. So the past several weeks, I have been expanding on my nature activity side, and hiking has become a huge part of my life. And I've talked about this in one of my other meditations, I think it was yesterday, about going after your dreams. If you haven't listened to it, go listen to it now, because we're tapping on what I talked about yesterday about going after your dreams. And so right when I'm talking, the sun is coming. Wow. I've been dabbling more with hiking, and one of the reasons I've been doing that is because I wanted to reconnect myself with nature on a deeper level, because we're surrounded by nature, but for so long I've been feeling disconnected from it, like I don't really understand it. And so for me, my answer to kind of understanding it better was to spend more time in nature. And by doing that, I'm somebody that needs activity, and so I've tried to learn about herbalism and like different plants and things like that, but I needed for it to be more active. So hiking became my thing, and I started hiking this past month and sharing about it on my social media platforms and things like that. And I've been getting a huge response from it, and it's been really cool to see how people are reacting to this, and just feeling just the response of people of wanting to see more of the world as well. And I mean, I've been hiking just in the mountains that are in my backyard, but that's just, one small piece of the world. And one of my dreams is to be able to do more hikes and share more of nature with everyone. And so this past week in particular, I had already agreed to do a job which would not allow me to go much into nature, and I knew that. But I had agreed upon this job before I had gotten into this whole hiking thing. And so when this week came up, I was a little bit worried about my presence on social media, because I know it wouldn't be as present as it had been the past several weeks. And it was so interesting to see the interaction and what happened this past week. And I feel so, like, honestly, this was a huge lesson in trust. Really, like, trusting that everything is supposed to happen in its divine way. Like, because honestly, so I had been posting this past week, and if you haven't seen some of my posts and things like that, you can check me out on Instagram. It's the same as my page here, Wellness with Sahara. And I had made reels and different posts, and I had posts about it this week. And so for the past like 3 days, I didn't post anything just because I felt like I was forcing myself to post in an energy that didn't feel right for me. So I stopped. And the amount of followers that I've gained in the past 2 days that I have not posted is insane. And it really goes to show that, and it was a huge lesson for me as well, but goes to show that we don't always need to be on. That there are things that are going to happen in life that are going to take us a little bit away or in a different direction than what we are aiming for. But this week was a lesson, has taught me so many lessons in so many different ways. But especially, when it comes to social media and you are somebody who wants to grow their community and somebody who wants to grow just their impact and their presence and things like that, we have this belief that we have to always be on and always be sharing and always be there. But if there are things that aren't letting you post, or if your energy is just not there, like this past week, the first few days I was posting, and I was posting because I had planned certain things and that was fine, but the energy that I was posting them in it felt wrong, because usually when I'm posting these posts, I'm posting them like right after a hike or right after a day in nature where I'm feeling grounded and centered and really in myself. Whereas this past week, I've been grounded, but it's totally different kind of energy. And it didn't feel as good as before when I was like going on hikes and things like that. And so it was a really big lesson when I decided to not post these past 3 days, just because I was ending work late and I felt kind of like forced to post, and there was all these emotions, and and I've gotten the most follows in the past 2 days than I have in like 2 weeks. And I feel mind blown by how the universe works. The sun just coming out. And it's really all about being authentic and being true to yourself. Really, that's how it works. It's being true to yourself and what feels good for you, but mixing that with consistency and trusting that your people will find you. And that was a huge lesson. And this lesson goes for anything, whatever you are trying to accomplish in your life, whatever you are trying to aim for, whatever you are trying to create for yourself. Know that if there are moments in your life that you had said yes to, or commitments you had already made that might, put your project on pause or put your project in a different direction just for a little while, that's okay. That's part of the journey that you need to go through to get to your desired outcome, right? Because every single experience in life teaches us something. There's no, in a way, bad experience in life. All of the experiences that we go through are to teach us something in the end. And some people will learn the lesson on the first go, and some people are gonna need like 4, 5, 6 rounds of the experience before they actually learn the lesson. But it doesn't matter what what it is. Whether it's, for me, it was this social media, me trying to share my love for nature and the world with everyone, or it could be a specific job, you're trying to become a coach, or you're, whatever work you're trying to do, or you want to travel more, or you want to, have a certain experience, or it's a relationship, or whatever it is for you. Know that every single experience that we get introduced to and encounter in our lives is a way for us to grow, to expand, and to learn from. And this experience has been a huge boost in just trust, because I knew that something didn't feel totally right. So I listened, and I decided that not posting for me at this moment for these next several days was a better way and felt better for me than forcing myself to feel stressed that I had to post at a certain time. And by doing that, I actually, got really rewarded for it. And I'm so, so, so grateful for that. So know that even though certain experiences might not be what you had hoped for, or certain experience, because when I started this week, I was kind of I was in this mindset of, oh my God, this is not going to be good for me. This is not going to help my engagement. I was really thinking how this week is kind of just going to, I was trying to plan in a way so that I would have things organized enough so that I could keep posting and still be active on social media, even though this job was taking most of my time, and that I knew that I wouldn't be able to be present. And so I was preparing myself, and I had all of these things ready, and I tried. And I realized that it didn't feel right. It didn't feel good. And, sometimes it is going to feel good. Sometimes it's going to feel in total alignment. And sometimes it's not. But it doesn't matter. Because the important thing is that you trust in yourself and the decisions that you make. Let me repeat that. That you trust in yourself and in the decisions that you make. Not anybody else, you. That you take responsibility for your choices and you trust in yourself for those choices. There are so many things that happen in life. We can't always be present and active for every single thing. We have to choose. And so you have to trust in your decision-making skills, in who you are, in yourself, because that's what's important. So I am going to stop talking now because I feel like I've been talking for so long. But I could keep going about this topic, but I'm going to leave it there for today. But this is your daily reminder to trust. Trust in your decisions, trust in your power and in your abilities, because you have that magic inside of you to change your reality with one choice. And it's not going to be easy, and it's probably going to make you feel really uncomfortable at the beginning. But, that's how it works. And when I decided to not post, that made me really feel really nervous, because I was just like, what's going to happen if I don't post? Well, I got my answer. So trust in yourself. Keep trusting in yourself. That's what's important. Okay, so for today's meditation, we are going to work on our hearts and in our trust. So take a few minutes, or take a 1 minute to grab the things that you need, your journal, some water, a pillow, a chair, whatever you need. And we're going to set ourselves up. And what we're going to do is we're just going to sit with our hearts open. And we're just going to feel into our hearts and let our hearts speak. And we're just going to listen. We're going to listen to what our hearts have to say, what our hearts, I don't know if they have anything that they want to share with us, whether it's trust or anything else. And whether, if you have a choice that you need to make, trust in that. Trust in the power of your heart, in the knowing that it has to make the right choice for you in that moment. So let's grab a comfortable seat. And oh, there's so much energy moving. So much energy moving. So I mentioned this before, and I think it's really cool. Have you ever noticed that sometimes when you're talking about something that you're really passionate about and knowledge kind of just starts pouring out of you, that at certain points you might yawn or burp, or like your body starts to like release things? Well, that's actually totally normal. It's your body like moving through the energy that's actually pouring in you. So just let it happen. Let it come out of you. And notice that next time, if you're channeling something or you're just talking and suddenly like words are just flowing out of you and you kind of don't really know where it's coming from, but it's just there, then that's you channeling knowledge. And just let it flow through you. Allow it to come up. And if you like need to burp or to yawn or to just move a little bit, allow yourself to do that too, because it helps the energy and the channel to fully ground inside of you. It's like the exchange, like energy's pouring in of you, so you're releasing other stuff. It's actually pretty cool. So grabbing a comfortable seat, you can close your eyes or find a drishti, a gaze point on the floor in front of you. We're going to take 3 deep breaths together. Taking a deep inhale, filling your entire lungs with air. And exhale, let it go. One more time, deep inhale. And exhale, release. And last time, deep inhale. And exhale, let it go. Taking a few moments now to just feel yourself ground. Feel yourself connected to the earth. Your energy starts to slow down and land. Your jaw relaxes and your shoulders relax. You feel your arms starting to get heavier and heavier. And the more you breathe, the deeper your connection with the earth, and the more grounded you become. Slowly, when you're ready, you can gently bring your awareness to your heart center, at the center of your chest, and just bring your awareness to how the energy feels in your chest. Like, do you have a lot of movement? Does it feel very fluid? Or is it closed and it feels more rigid? There's no need to judge or to compare yourself to anything. Just notice and become aware of how your heart is feeling right now in this moment. And for the next several minutes, we're going to sit here and just pay attention to what our heart is needing. So ask it, what do you need, heart, today, right now? How can I help you? What can I do to help you? And allow whatever answers that come up. If your mind starts to take you into a story, gently invite it back with your breath and come back to your heart center. At the end of the 10 minutes, I will let you know when time is up, and we'll slowly come out of the meditation together. Taking a deep inhale, filling your entire lungs with air. And exhale, let it go. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, bringing soft movement into your body. And then you can give yourself a nice stretch. I feel so good. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Welcome back into the space. So I encourage you to journal about anything that came up today during the meditation, any answers that your heart shared, and if not, just anything that you experienced during the meditation. It's important to have this as a way to remind yourself of what you're working towards and what you're working on. So thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget that you are so powerful and that you have the choice every single day to choose to make your life how you want it to be. Even though it might not seem like it right now, you do. And it can be the smallest choice in the world, like drinking more water. That's a great choice. So keep going, keep believing in yourself, and you are going to get there. And don't forget to trust, because you are right where you need to be. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you all tomorrow.